On the software tip, Nintendo is currently hip-deep in development of Metroid 64 and Kid Icarus 64. And, of course, that's good news. The bad news is that both games are a minimum of a year or two away from release. I guess some things never change at Nintendo. But here's what really happened. How hard could it possibly be to predict Nintendo's future lineup? Just as long as you mention Mario Kart, Zelda, and Smash Bros., most of your work is already done. But here we see Electronic Gaming Monthly's Quarterman promise a couple of games that will never materialize. And it's not like they were cancelled at the last second. Neither Metroid 64 nor Kid Icarus 64 ever existed. But since we're already hip-deep in Q-Man's bullshit, we might as well throw some facts at the wall. When interviewed in 2010, Yoshio Sakamoto revealed that there were plans to develop a Metroid game on Nintendo 64. After all, Super Metroid was one of the company's biggest hits, both with critics and consumers. But Nintendo worried that this 3D approach was too early for this style of adventure game, and ultimately passed on the idea. A few years later, the Austin-based Retro Studios was given a chance to create a proper 3D Metroid sequel for GameCube, which led to 2 additional installments across multiple platforms. As for Kid Icarus 64, that too never happened. Believe it or not, Pit's return was the subject of much speculation throughout the years. Seeing the success of the Game Boy sequel, magazine editors were convinced that the Greek hero would make a triumphant return. Die Hard Game Fan talked about a 32 meg Super NES sequel, while EGM suggested that Nintendo was hip-deep in an N64 game. The truth is, Pit didn't return until Kid Icarus Uprising in 2012. By that point, everybody had forgotten about all of these failed predictions. This is just another great example of Quarterman getting every possible element of a prediction wrong. I guess some things never change at Electronic Gaming Monthly. Hey, thanks for watching the 8th episode of the 30 Ridiculous Retro Rumors. We're just gonna keep posting these failed predictions every day leading up to Christmas, so I hope you'll continue to tune in. Before I sign off, I want to address a question I've seen pop up a couple of times. A number of people have asked me if the series is only going to pick on Electronic Gaming Monthly. Well, when I first started working on the series, it was all going to be about Quarterman. He was going to play a larger role since he was the constant between 1989 and now. But then I started to expand the rumors to include other magazines, including Next Generation and Die Hard Game Fan. Don't worry, we'll start to see a little more variety after episode 12. And then build to the single most ridiculous rumor of all time, which was not found in Electronic Gaming Monthly. That's what you have to look forward to the rest of the month. Until then,